video, make sure to go down to the comments and tell me how much you hate this intro. I'm in the middle of making a couple of videos right now, all right? Dungeon Delve episode 2 on the way. Love that everybody loved that. And I thought in the meantime, we could take a look at some more 2024 stuff, like the new Bard. I've wanted to look at it for a while now, but I wanted to do a whole dedicated video for it because I loved the Bard, and I just wanted to give my thoughts about it. I haven't really got to read through it yet. So we're going to look at the D&D Beyond article and check out what the new changes to Bard are. I'm so excited to find out what they've done to my sweet baby. Bard is my second favorite class. Warlock's my favorite. If there was like hours, like a playtime for each class that I've played, I've probably played Bard the most just over the years in like 5th edition 2014 D&D. What can I say? I just love charisma casters. It's the sense of self that I just love so much. The fact that that's what fuels your magic. It's so awesome. Charisma on its own though is such a hard thing to define to me. And I think Bard is too. It's sort of just this like, they play music. And I hope that that has been like more clearly defined within the new book. Whenever I think about charisma recently, the main way that I attribute it to the game when I'm trying to call for like a roll or a check is thinking about cool from Cyberpunk. In Cyberpunk, you have a stat called cool instead of charisma, and it just makes more sense. It's about your aura, your appearance, your riz, keeping your cool. It makes a lot of sense. I don't know, that just flows off the tongue a little better. Anyways, we're gonna... Jacob from the past here. I've casted Time Stop. You know, something about cool that I find interesting is it's also about how well you dress, which for me is a stat that I'm trying to increase all the time. I'm not big into fashion, peak nerd attire, but man, do I love accessories, especially wooden or metal accessories that really can accentuate you, like this guy that I just got, which is why I'm happy to say that this video is sponsored by Holzkern. Holzkern specializes in watches and jewelry made from natural materials such as stone, wood, leaves. Holzkern is a family business founded in Vienna, Austria, and all the wood they use is FSC certified, which makes me go, hell yeah, dude. I also love trees and the planet. I like that Holzkern puts an emphasis on design and makes you feel like you can accessorize without deliberately trying too hard to up my cool stat. There's so much variety. You can really find something for yourself, or maybe a friend, a parent, or your partner. They make really great gifts if you want to find something personable that also looks special. Their sunglasses are so cool. I'm a big fan of Holzkern, and they offer free express shipping from Vienna, and custom fees are on them. Their stuff arrives in about 2 to 5 business days. Seriously, mine came really fast. They also offer a 2-year warranty on all their products. It's a great deal, and it can be even better. Use my discount code XPLevel3 to get 10% off your purchase site-wide on holzkern.com/XP to level 3. That's code XPLevel3 at holzkern.com/XP to level 3. There's a link down below. Things I'm looking forward to. I hope that Bardic Inspiration is better. I hope that Counter Charm is better. You know, back when we read the Unearthed Arcana for the Bard, I was so excited about a lot of the changes. Like the fact that they basically made Bardic Inspiration a reaction. Oh, let's see if we get some of that in the new book. Let us jump in to the Riz Masterclass. Have I told you guys how much I love the art? The art good. All right, so we got Bardic Inspiration at level 1, of course. Bardic Inspiration is the driving force behind the Bard class, and the 2024 Player's Handbook has made using the feature more appealing and inviting. I sure hope so, because I made fun of that in song form. A D6. I've always felt that Bardic Inspiration is such like a last minute, like, you have Bardic Inspiration, you have a D6, you can add that to your roll. Oh, it didn't do anything. Oh well, like Bardic Inspiration does not slap. A 2014 Bard might give an ally Bardic Inspiration, and they might not get a chance to use it in the next 10 minutes. Exactly. Alternatively, they might use it on a D20 test they would have already succeeded on, wasting the Bardic die. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Bardic Inspiration is a great ability and such a neat idea, but it plays really weirdly. Now with the 2024 Bard, your Bardic Inspiration lasts for a full hour. Good. So if your allies don't use it in combat, they might still be able to use it on another D20 test afterward, such as during a dungeon crawl. The truly impactful change, though, is that in the 2024 Player's Handbook, a creature who has a Bardic die doesn't have to roll it until after they fail a D20 test. So now they can hoard it until they know it has a chance of actually turning a failure into a success. Woo! Yeah, this is awesome. This was in the Unearthed Arcana. This just makes it so much more useful. This is just really great for attack rolls and saving throws. You miss an attack roll, and then you're like, oh, I can use my Bardic Inspiration that I got. Whoa! And that potentially turns it into a hit, because sometimes you're only a few numbers off. It makes Bardic Inspiration feel a lot more useful and makes bards feel a lot cooler by just being like, here, use this, and like, be better. It's so great. Better than being like, I gave you D6 3 rounds ago. Do you want to? Okay, cool. All right. You know what? I'll just go swords and use it on myself. Also, they're saying you can hoard it. You can only have one at a time, I'm pretty sure. That's not a hoard. That's just waiting. A big change delivered in a small number of words is the shift in which you can receive your Bardic dice. With the 2014 version of Bardic Inspiration, a creature had to be able to hear you. In the 2024 rules, they can hear or see you. That's really funny. In the distance, you're just like, hit, you got this, man. You got it. You can do it. Pretend I'm fighting. What? I can't hear you. You're so far away that I can't hear you. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. Now I can wonk. This is a big shift in the flavor representation of bards. If you think Bardic Inspiration sucks now, honey, you got a big storm coming. The class used to feel like it was largely for musicians, with other types of performers waiting in the wings to fill the ensemble. Wow, so beautifully written. But this shift in the language could encourage you to follow your own Bardic inspirations, even if you can't carry a tune. Yeah, love that. I championed this a while ago, being like, bards don't need to just play music. That's silly. They should be like storytellers and artists and also inspiring leaders. That should be the whole point of the bard. Anyways, your Bardic Inspiration dice are still determined by your Charisma modifier and still progress in the same order. So you get a D6 at level 1, a D8 at level 5, D10 at level 10, a D12 at level 15. Cool. I like this change. Except they took away the fact that it could be a reaction. I preferred that version so much more. I think this could be even better and something I may homebrew in the future in my games. We'll follow this rule, but also if an ally fails an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you can reaction use your Bardic Inspiration. I think it's a good enough of a trade-off because the Bardic Inspirations are limited per short or long rest anyways, and the bard also has to use and save their reaction in order to do it. It can just make it feel a little bit more impactful and cause the bard to use them a lot more anyways. I find that could be really cool too. It's gonna be a really exciting moment when somebody misses their attack and then the bard is like, no! And it's like a kind of like a cutting word situation, which I think is a lot of fun. I like playing D&D at instant speed. Expertise. One of the prime appeals of playing a bard is their extreme competence. You know, that's probably good. That's probably good that they're adding that into the flavor of the class, that they're extremely competent. The combination of Jack of all trades and expertise, both being bestowed at level 2, now means that your 2024 bard is leaning into their skill versatility earlier on in their career. You'll also get expertise for 2 additional skill proficiencies at level 9 instead of 10. And as much as I love that, they have done this with like every class. I like that we're getting expertise at level 2, making the bard even more of a skill monkey. Wizard, fighter, rogue all get expertise at like really low levels. So this is neat, but they are adding on the caveat that you are also getting Jack of all trades. So yeah, valid. Song of Rest, level 2. One 2014 bard feature that did not make it to the 2024 version of Song of Rest. What? I didn't know this. Wait, what? Which restored extra hit points to the bard and allies if they spent a hit dice to regain hit points at the end of a short rest. The 2024 bard now gets earlier access to expertise, utility improvements to counter charm, and the major boost to magical secrets and fonts of inspiration. Why? This sucks. At least with Ranger, I'm going to keep bringing up Ranger like we're still signing our divorce papers. At least with Ranger, they were explaining why the abilities were removed and they were just throwing in spells instead. They were like, you can still kind of do this, but with this spell instead. Not a good enough excuse. But with this one, they just dead ass removed it and went, the bard got buffed, so they don't need this anymore. What? It just adds on to more that below level 3 is kind of just weirdly unplayable. And not unplayable, I just mean less fun to play than in 2014. Because in 2014, you got lots of cool abilities from levels 1 to 3, and now they've kind of stripped a lot of those in favor for like abilities that are kind of base that upgrade later as you go on, to really kind of harden the idea that levels 1 to 3 aren't real levels and you shouldn't play them. Just start the game at level 3 if you want to have all the stuff. Here, we even made it easier. We made it so that you just get expertise, so it's just a little bit of extra character creation that you have to do in order to get to level 3. Dumb. I don't like it. I'm not going to spend this whole Bard video talking about why I like playing at level 1. Next Dungeon Delve episode, watch that and you can find out. Anyways, this sucks. I like Song of Rest a lot. I don't understand why they just remove it. That's silly. Bard subclass, level 3. The 2024 Player's Handbook presents 3 familiar subclasses for bards and 1 brand new one. The returning bard colleges are mostly unchanged with a few quality of life improvements. College of Dance. I'm really excited about this subclass. It is very cool. The brand new bard subclass focuses the bard's power over the magic of creation into physical art form. Dance. College of Dance bards boost their defenses when not wearing armor and use their bardic inspiration to fuel powerful unarmed strikes. That's super fun. I like that you can get a pseudo-monk unarmed strike fighter with College of Dance. I have read through it within the book, and I really like it. It's very interesting. A big thing that I'm noticing design-wise that they're doing with a lot of the classes and the subclasses in 2024 is focusing a lot on maneuverability and movement in the surrounding terrain. I think a crux of 2014 was that players have really cool abilities that were cool flavor or let them do interesting things, but for the most part, they always kind of equivocated to just doing damage. And after DMing 2014 D&D for a long time, I, as a dungeon master, had to get really creative about combats because most of the time everybody is just moving as close as they can to the enemy and then doing as much damage as they can to that enemy and not moving or not doing anything interesting. And now I feel like with a lot of 2024 focusing on maneuverability and creating cool abilities that don't necessarily do damage but let you just kind of boost other people in combat or give you a lot more options with your character, like having more skill proficiencies or having more or different types of spells or covering a vast variety of different types of character fantasy and flavor. There's a lot more that players are enticed to do in combat or outside of combat than just like doing the thing that makes us win. And that's really cool. I think that's a great design focus and philosophy to have with the book, which I am realizing as I read more of it. College of Glamour. The Feywild-infused magic of this bard subclass replaces the 2014 Enthralling Performance with Beguiling Magic, which adds Charm Person and Mirror Image to your prepared spell list and gives you a chance to bestow the Charmed or Frightened effect on a creature that sees you cast an enchantment or illusion spell within 60 feet of it. Also, Mantle of Inspiration now grants temporary hit points equal to 2 times the number rolled on your Bardic Inspiration die instead of a flat number. Okay, that's cool. In addition, Mantle of Majesty can now be regained by expanding a 3rd level spell slot. Finally, Unbreakable Majesty can cause the attacker to miss instead of changing targets. Wow, it seems generally like pretty much a buff. College of Lore. When these studious bards use Bardic Inspiration to activate cutting words, your roll is no longer impacted by whether the creature can hear you or if they're immune to being charmed. That's cool. Also, Peerless Skill now doesn't expend the Bardic Inspiration on a failure. Yes, Peerless Skill, an ability I remember. Peerless Skill, guys, it's the ability where you can use Bardic Inspiration on yourself, but only for ability checks at 14th level. It sucks. But their new College of Lore says that it doesn't expend the Bardic Inspiration on a failure. Whoa, we've buffed the game. I wonder if it's on D20 tests now. That would make it really good. But also it's level 14. Like, it's still not that great. It's still an ability check. This ability sucks. Ooh, guys, I failed a persuasion check. Now watch as I maybe succeeded. That's dumb. I'm getting expertise at level 2. Finally, Magical Discoveries has been rewritten, like Magical Secrets, and allows you to replace the chosen spell whenever you gain a bard level. So they didn't they completely rewrote an ability. So the old one used to be called Additional Magical Secrets. At 6th level, you learn 2 spells from your choice from any class. A spell you choose must be of a level you can cast as shown on the Bard table or a cantrip. The chosen spells count as Bard spells for you and so yeah, this is Scanlan getting Bigby's hand. That's what this is. But now you have magical discoveries. You learn 2 spells of your choice. These spells can come from the Gluid. Yes, the Gluid. I use Wild Shape, not to turn into an animal, but to create strange arts and crafts and glue them together. These spells can come from the Cleric, Druid, or Wizard spell list, or any combination thereof. A spell you choose must be of a cantrip or a spell for which you have the spell slots, as shown in the Bard Features table. You always have the chosen spells prepared, and whenever you gain a Bard level, you can replace one of the spells with another spell that meets these requirements. It's the same thing! Except they rewrote it and gave it a different name. It's crazy. It's like that's what the thing said. Reading comprehension! College of Valor. These scalds can now use a simpler martial weapon as a spellcasting focus. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome, actually. That's fun flavor stuff. You can be like, it's my sword, actually. Hiya! In addition, when a College of Valor Bard gets an extra attack at level 6, you can now cast a cantrip that has a casting time of an action in place of one of those attacks. Oh yeah, we gonna be out here hitting with a sword and then casting Vicious Mockery. They also, they buffed Vicious Mockery. It does 1d6 damage instead of 1d4. That's pretty cool. That was very much needed. Praise be. Font of Inspiration. Font of Inspiration has always turned up. Oh my god. Font of Inspiration has always turned up the volume on Bardic Inspiration by restoring expended uses after completing a short rest in addition to a long rest. The 2024 Bard accompanies that with another additional way for bards to recover expended bardic dice. Ooh. Once you reach level 5, you can expend a spell slot to regain a use of Bardic Inspiration. This does not cost an action, so you can choose to use it when you want to expend the Bardic dice. Yes, that is a thing you can do. This new detail is a single sentence in the 2024 Player's Handbook, but it has a big impact. Bardic Inspiration has always been the backbone of a Bard build, but the limited number of uses meant that a Bard player would have to be sparse with their Bardic dice between rests. That is true, but now they're even more useful, so you're gonna want to get them back a lot more now. Now players have a lot more freedom to decide how they want to go about their business. If you want to focus on casting spells, you can. But if you build a bard based around the functions of Bardic Inspiration, such as a College of Dance Bard who uses Bardic Inspiration to feel your features. Dang, that was kind of bars. That almost sounded like that. You could have read that like Lin-Manuel Miranda, and it would have sounded musical. If you want to focus on casting spells, you can. But if you build a bard based around the functions of Bardic Inspiration, such as a College of Dance Bard who uses your Bardic Inspiration to fuel your features. Yes! The combination of this new Font of Inspiration with Bardic Inspiration dice now being expended after the roll fails encourages Bard players to use, rather than hoard, their Bardic dice. Okay, so that was a whole lot of I didn't understand that. We're gonna read it. Font of Inspiration. You now regain all your expended uses of Bardic Inspiration when you finish a short or long rest. In addition, you can expend a spell slot to regain a Bardic Inspiration. The old one, beginning when you reach 5th level. Why is it written like that? You regain all uses of Bardic Inspiration when you finish a short or long rest. Okay. So they wrote all of this to basically say that you get Bardic Inspiration on a short rest, and you can use a spell slot to get one back, which is really cool if you're a dance bard and you use it a lot. Cool. Counter Charm. Oh my god, it's Counter Charm. Guys. It's time for Counter Charm. This ability sucks ass. We all know it sucks ass. It's bad. It's never been good, and I don't like it. And I really hope they changed it. Don't worry, I'll Counter Charm. Counter Charm has moved from level 6 to level 7. We are not off to a good start, but the upgrade and what the feature does is well worth the wait. 1 level? Why didn't you just tell me what the why? What? There has to be like a spell or ability or something that somebody gets at 7th level and they wanted to make it on par with that or something. Come on, give the bards 1 W and let them have it at level 6. What is the big deal behind it at level 6 and level 7? Jacob, does it really matter? No, it doesn't. The 2014 Bard's Counter Charm took an action and would last until their next turn, granting advantage to allies on their saving throws against being frightened or charmed. So you had to really hope an enemy tried to frighten or charm your party to feel like it was worth activating this feature instead of attacking or casting a spell. That's actually funny, and that is true. You'd basically counter charm and be like, I hope somebody gets afraid soon. You're like hoping it happens so that they get advantage. It's so bad. The 2024 Bard's counter charm is a reaction. And you don't have to use it again until you or an ally fails their saving throw against an effect that applies a frightened or charmed condition. Your ally then gets to reroll their save with advantage. That means with your counter charm, your allies now have up to 3 chances to succeed on their save against being charmed or frightened. That is correct, because they would get 1 chance with their first roll, and then you as a reaction would let them roll again with 2 more dice. This is really good. Plus, this feature doesn't have a limited number of uses, so it can be used each round when you or one of your party members are being talked into joining a vampire's cult, like the Lost Boys. This is awesome. I love this. This is great. It doesn't have uses. It's a reaction. It's at level 7 for some reason. We lost Song of Rest for some reason. But this is cool. This is great. This makes it feel really powerful and fun. You get like a bunch of rerolls. That's a cool way to do this. Good. Magical Secrets level 10. Magical Secrets also sees a buff from his 2014 counterpart. Instead of getting 3 chances to access another class's spell list at fixed level intervals, Magical Secrets now lets you select spells from the Cleric, Druid, or Wizard spell list every time you can add to your prepared spell list and have them count as Bard spells. Yo, that's cool. That's awesome. You just get a giant repertoire of spells. That's sick. Now that I'm reading this, they're getting so many spells now, counter terms of reaction. You know what? Take away the Song of Rest. I can hear Jeremy Crawford now being like, these are great buffs, everybody, but I hate that Song of Rest. This means that from Bard levels 10 through 20, you can choose spells from 4 different classes. Yay! Superior Inspiration, level 18. Okay, at this point, it better be like, you can use your inspiration to make God die. Superior Inspiration moves from level 20 to 18 and gets a boost. Yippee! The 2014 Superior Inspiration allowed you can regain 1 bardic inspiration when you roll initiative. Whoa! That was the original one. I'm glad that's at level 18 now, even though that is still a terrible ability. And when I say it's a terrible ability, I don't mean I don't want the ability. I mean that for the power level that I'm at and the level up that I'm going to get when I go from 17 to 18 and I read that that's what I get now, I'm going, oh, what? That's how it feels like a terrible ability. It's useful, I get. Okay, cool. It's useful. In the 2024 version of Superior Inspiration, you regain up to 2 uses of Bardic Inspiration. And if you have 1 use, you'll get an extra. But if you have none, you'll get 2. Wow! Cool! Yay! Epic Boon, level 19. Epic Boons are now Words of Creation, level 20. Your new level 20 feature really plays up the idea that the Bard has mastered the magic of creation to the point where they have power over life and death. And so, they get to get all their bardic inspirations back when they roll initiative. Ooh, that's not, did you think that was the ability for a second? Did you think that for a second? Because I would expect that. For me, I would expect that. No, the actual ability is that they said that there's no ability because you can just cast a spell that feels like that. You can just cast like Power Word Kill or something. And they're, ooh, isn't that cool? I mean, you can already do that, but now you can do it. Like, we just gave it to you so you can have a different spell if you want. Doesn't that feel awesome? Anyways, to the point where they have the power over life and death. Words of Creation adds 2 of the most powerful... I was joking. I actually didn't know this. Are you serious right now? No, this is not what I meant. 2 of the most powerful level 9 ability spells to your prepared spell list. Power Word Kill and Power Word Heal. Bards can manipulate this power so well that you could potentially use it on 2 targets. Words of Creation allows you to cast these at level 9 spells on a second creature within 10 feet. It's not even 2. It's 2 within 10 feet. If they're 15 feet apart, it doesn't work. I'm being pranked. This is dumb. It's like they were like, all right, we'll take the crappy ability and put it at level 18 and make it a little better. I mean, the Bard can't have a cool level 20 ability. Let's just give them something that already exists, except it's a little better. And you can take some other 9th level spell. What this does is it goes, oh cool, I have those. All right, now I can pick out 2 other spells. You're at level 20. You should just be like, you can cast this always, forever, all the time, and it's not a prepared spell. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna be real about it. Why do I think this is dumb? I get the design decision to go in and go, we have this idea that bards are thematically around the words of creation, and that's where they gain their spells and their power. The power word spells are thematic for the bard, so we want to give them to the bard so that they can use it constantly and be good at using them. That makes sense, and I think that is cool. However, this being a capstone ability doesn't make sense because it's still extremely limited. When you're hitting level 20 in this class, you are becoming the apex of what a bard can be. You just have 2 9th level spells that you can cast a little better than somebody who already has them. A wizard can also do this, except they just don't do it twice. So it doesn't feel very impactful when you hit level 20 and you're the 20 level bard who can do all these crazy things, and your final ability that you get is just some spells that already exist in the game. To be fair, they're very powerful spells, and it's great that you can do this, but I would have expected something more like, you have access to every power word spell, and you can change what they are every day, and when you cast them, they're a hell of a lot stronger. Like, they do double the amount of damage, or you can do it from 200 hit points or something like that. I'm not asking for the world. I'm not saying that it needs to be like the craziest ability that unbalances the game or anything. There's just not a lot of oomph with this. It's just like Ranger level 20, where it's like, now your Hunter's Mark's a D10. Whoa! The most a ranger could ever be in our book, and this is what you get. And it's frustrating because it's very obvious that they know how to write really cool, powerful level 20 abilities with the other classes. And while this is still really powerful, it's like, okay, cool. I can already take Power Word Kill and just cast it. Why just having it already prepared, and then I can do it to 2 people? It's just meh. It's just eh. I think overall, the point of what they're doing with this class is they are making it this class can do everything, which is accurate to the identity of the class, apparently. I argued with everybody about this a long time ago, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I like having classes having their own identity. But I get that this class's identity is that it just does what everybody else does. I like that you can use Bardic Inspiration more. I like the subclass changes. I don't like that they took away Song of Rest. That's stupid and dumb. It doesn't seem like it was that much of a balance difference. What even? Why even? Like, it wasn't even that great of an ability. It was just kind of nice, and it's gone. Good that they changed level 20 ability to now being level 18 and a little better, but then they give us a new level 20 ability that is cool, but not, like, amazing. It's fine. So that's how I feel about Bard. Bard's fine. Yep. Cool. Bardic Inspiration is better. That's honestly my favorite part. What do you think? What do you think about new Bard? Let me know in the comments. I would love to read how everybody else is reacting to this one. I know that they've buffed a lot of the spells, and it seems like they've kind of encapsulated more of like what the Bard is, which I think is cool, but yeah. All right, anyways, I'm gonna go edit the next Dungeon Delve video, so hope you guys are ready for that one, and I'll see you guys next time. This has been XP Level 3 with a brand new Bard. Make sure to jump up in the air and click your little heels together if you're super excited for another video coming out sometime soon. Okay, see ya!